Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm here. I am moderately caffeinated, and let's do some first impressions of two products that have gone super duper viral from Maybelline recently. So I'm going to be trying out the Instant Anti-Age Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup, primer, concealer, highlighter and BB cream in one. And then we're also going to be trying out the Superstay Hybrid Powder Foundation, which is everywhere at the moment, looks incredible. This is sort of like a budget dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. Seems a bit oily and gross, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I have pre-twisted, so we aren't here forever. Don't love this sponge, but let's put it on and see. This is the shade 0.5 Fair Light. Bit orange, but okay. I do want to do like a comparison video of this and the e.l.f. and the Charlotte Tilbury to see which one's like the best. I mean, if you are a regular here, you know I'm a giant Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter stan, so you know the likelihood is that's probably what I'm going to love the most. This is it's actually quite nice. Very, very, very sheer. It's nothing like the e.l.f. one. It's definitely, for me, closer to what the Charlotte Tilbury is. It's perhaps not quite as luminising, but it is way closer than the e.l.f. I personally don't really love the e.l.f. I think it's way too high coverage for what it's meant to be. I'm just going to conceal before we do the powder foundation. So I'm going to use NARS Soft Mattes in Vanilla. Okay, so I completely forgot to bring a concealer brush, so we're just going to use my Made by Mitchell MF1, which has a tiny bit of contour on it, but we're just going to hope that that doesn't translate. So I'm just going to do under my eyes, and then I'm going to do this like little patch of blemishes here because my skin is just not having a good time right now. I'm just going to press that in with my finger. Part of me thinks do 1/2 concealer under, 1/2 concealer on top, but I've got about 15 more videos to film. I'm filming my Odin's Perfect World Palettes videos today, so I don't really want it to be messed up, so I'm going to give it this go, but I will give it a try with concealer on top and let you all know how I feel about it that way. More under this eye. So I'm literally just doing my under eyes and then that little patch of blemish prone skin there. So I thought I would do half the face with my Dose of Lashes Powder Puff, which is how I've seen a lot of people apply this on TikTok. And then I am also going to try it with a Beauty Bay Bake Off angled face brush, which is a little bit lighter, but we'd see like how we could build it. So let's start with this. We're going to do this half of my face with this one. So this is the shade number 10, which actually doesn't really look like it's going to match me, but we'll see. I'm literally just going to dip it in. Now I have got dry skin, so keep that in mind when we're talking about this, but I have seen people with dry skin give this a go and say it's really nice. So an initial first impressions with the like really fluffy brush, it looks really nice. It has like diffused my pores. It's a tiny little bit dry on my nose. I have got some Bobbi Brown face base underneath here. It's a tiny bit dry on my pores, on my nose, sorry, but it looks pretty nice for like a very, very inexpensive powder foundation. It's quite like nice coverage with the brush. Let's try it with the powder puff on the other side of my face. So I just loaded that up. It's definitely higher coverage with the powder puff. It definitely looks a little bit darker. This shade is not great for me, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to go in and set my under eyes. It is a little bit dry. I've got one of my favourite setting sprays here, the Linda Hallberg Glow Mist, which is really nice if you are sort of looking on the drier side. So we'll give it a spray with that in a minute. But for like a budget powder foundation, it does actually look pretty nice. This shade is too dark, and this is the lightest shade, which it's probably just too too cool tone for me. Not too cool tone. It's probably just too warm tone for me. I have got very like pinky skin. But it does look really nice. It has really like blurred the pores. Definitely prefer applying it with the powder puff. But it actually looks really nice. I'm actually like more surprised than I thought I was going to be. I like it more than I thought. I am now looking at it once it's on. I'm not sure I'd like to apply concealer on top of it. I think I'm just going to blend it down a bit because I would decide to wear a vest the day I wore a foundation that was too dark. I feel like it might cake up with concealer on top. So, yeah. I'm just going to do some bronzer, and then we're going to see how a cream blush goes on top of this. So this is just the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Powder Bronzer. This one is also new. This is the shade Light Medium. Ooh. This is really pigmented. I really like the tone of it as well. I really like that. So that's the side with, that's the side without. It seems really nice. But I love the Infallible line. Again, they do have powder foundation. I prefer that like as a setting powder under my eyes. Just add a bit more coverage. Like when I'm wearing a really light foundation. But that is nice as well. I think this one might actually look nicer than the L'Oreal one though. The one I've got, the e.l.f. one, is a little bit light for me, so it tends to look drier than maybe if I bought a shade up, so I might have to do that. I am just going to go in with a little bit of cream blush. This is one of the Barry M Fresh Faced Cheek and Lip Tints. I really like these, and this is just a new shade, but I thought I would see how it goes over the powder. So made by Metro, Melissa Jade, angled brush. Just going to work it into the back of my hand. I don't want to put too much product on. I don't want to sort of go too crazy with it just to see how it sits. Okay, that's gone on really nicely, considering like I've got a lot of powder on my skin right now. That's gone on really beautifully. These blend really nicely normally, so a little bit harder to blend, but that sort of comes with the territory of the fact that you've, you know, put it on top of something that is like heavily powdered. Yeah, that is, it's blended quite well. I'm just gonna like tap over it with the puff just to take it down a little bit. It's perhaps clung a little bit, but that shade is quite dark. So I think if you wore like a lighter shade of blush, you'd have no problem. So I'm just, like I said, going to go in with this is the H2 Glow Mist from Linda Hallberg. It's like a dual phase. And this is amazing for adding hydration to the face. It's a teeny tiny bottle. It works out really expensive. It is a 30-gram bottle. 1.05 fluid ounces, so really tiny, but for things like this it's really lovely. So we're just going to give us a spritz. And then we're going to have like a final inspection. So that's what it's looking like after we've spritzed it. the setting spray has made this look really good. It has just taken any like slight dryness away. This actually looks really nice. I'm actually really impressed with this. Wasn't sure I was going to love it because I've seen people like really pile it on TikTok. But used like not sparingly but not super heavy on the skin. I think it actually looks really nice on my dry skin, so I will keep you updated on how it wears and things like that. I'll probably put in the description box how it's worn, but so far I actually really like this. I think for a viral product it actually works really well for like a skin type that you perhaps wouldn't assume it would work well with. So that's it from today. Just a nice little quick video for you today, guys. I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You've been fabulous. I've been Call of the Bull, and I'll see you next time. Bye!